Episode 134, and today we're gonna switch it down a little. We're gonna do some orchestral at 88 BPM, which is quite slow, it's quite mellow. And for this episode I will do only orchestral instruments, so no drums, no percussions, no rhythm. I'm just gonna try to bring as much emotion as I can with only synthesizers, strings, horns, you know, stuff like that. No drums, no big effect. It's gonna be very ambient. Hopefully it will be very emotional. The electronic music tutorial are about me making music in real time for you guys, so you guys understand the process, sometimes the struggle. I always leave the episode completely uncut, so you're gonna see from now until the end of the episode while I compose a track. I will use a chord progression to start this episode, so it's easy to create progressions. It's going to be a lot more about layering, engineering, and arranging, of course. And the polyphony of the instrument, using the same chord, using the bass, creating some arpeggio, hopefully recording a cool melody to put on top. So this is episode 133 and of 134, sorry. And of course, the result of this episode will be available on our site, wemakedancemusic.com, as a template. You can get only for $5. We already have 133 templates, and lately, guys, if you've been purchasing some of the episode, I'm updating all of them, I'm improving them, I put a better mastering rack on the output, I just changed some things and do a better mix. So I'm at 25. Hopefully I will get back to update all of the episodes that I've done in the past. So guys, check it out, wemakedancemusic.com. Let's get started. So as I said, I loaded a chord progression. What I've done is I loaded a few synths and some instruments. So here's the chord progression. Give myself some power here. A very default basic pad that I put on there. It's called Perfect Pad. Is one of my favorite in Alchemy, of course, and I forget to specify that I don't use external plugins to do those episodes or to do songs. It's all Logic. So we have this pad. I'm gonna just replicate the MIDI here. Personally, I think it would be better if I would drop it a whole octave to get more depth and drama. So when I will go up here, I will still preserve some tone. Well, with the other version, there was not necessarily so much low ends. I would do both. So I will bring this one back up. So now we have both. I will drop the volume of both of these. So I want to have the top here. Leave myself some room to mix. I'm gonna have the bottom here. Presence. Without. Definitely a big presence, definitely much more density to the sound. So I use was where you want to use polyphony with different synths. And some ghosts in here or something. This is good. So the first thing I would add to this piece would be to take the original. So I always keep the original chord on the corner, as you see, and then I'm gonna add some strings. The new Logic strings are pretty cool. I'm gonna see them in 1 second. Do you want to load? Ah, here. So I have different versions of the violin section. So I know a lot of people, they use all those big instrument and stuff, but I believe this plus some good effect and engineering is enough. Of course, if you score a massive multi-million-dollar movie, okay, but for most people it won't really make a difference unless unless it's really special. If you score something that's going to be, in my case, half electronic and half orchestral, I think it will do. I've done a whole album with these and they sound amazing if they're mixed properly, or of course with some effects. So I'm going to start by creating a bus. Take this bus here, I'm gonna add a reverb, silver verb, my preset, it's called Grandiose. So it's not quite my preset as it is just a gigantic room to send the sound to. When I look at my EQ, I want to cut most of the low end under 1K here. And because of panning, sorry guys, because of panning, I want to really set those on a different position on the side. So you're gonna see that here this time. So with this new, so they changed that not so long ago. With this new panning, they are almost behind in the mix. So I can put it really to the side here, or I can really pass the side, like really almost behind. So you have the pad more in the middle, and you have the strings on the side, at least those strings. That's all that I want from those strings. Now I'm gonna do another strings. We're doing orchestral, so I mean, it's not, when you have an orchestra playing, it's not only one set of strings. So this other set of strings here, I will change the instrument to have some cello. I want this deep cello sound. I have to wait because it has to load the samples. And I'm actually gonna select only the lower end. And I'm gonna change my EQ, of course, because I keep on replicating the tracks, so I'll have to change the parameters. Let's see what we get. Deep. I would do another one. I'm gonna do this one here. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna drop it a whole octave again. So I'm gonna go into more of the really bass. Already has a certain level of intensity. So why did I cut the pad at the top? Because while I'm mixing this section here, I don't want to be influenced by the loudness of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them one by one after. So because the strings, like I said, it tends to take a lot of room, and I want the pad to be there as a support, not a primary. So a good way to do a proper mix when you have a lot of instrument, of course, is to leave space. And the only way you can possibly leave space is to mix at lower dB. So you cannot have 25 pots that are at -5 because you're gonna run out of dynamic range to be able to mix those elements. So everything low or lower, you know, for the loudness we can do that later, as long as the mix is breathing. And by the way, guys, I set the BPM to 88 and the refresh rate to 96 kilohertz because it's very important for that type of music, at least, to mix with a higher refresh rate to get a better mix, to get more depth. Because if you mix that in 41,000 as an example, the elements tend to collide together and you cannot hear the mix properly. Now I will introduce a tuba, or at least a horn. I'm gonna go here into the track zone and open it here. I'm gonna go and take only the top keys here. Oh, it's my computer is making some noise. Okay, I'm gonna go into the horns here. I'm gonna select what I don't have. So I think I need to take it from the sampler. So I will move on to the sampler here. It's gonna be easier. So this new Logic samplers, guys, quite something, really something. So we can go into all of the samples that I had before and use them into this sampler. So it's definitely look a lot like Ableton kind of sampler. I think they took the ideas from it. However, it's in Logic and it's got everything that's included in Logic, which is, you know, definitely a lot more than what is in Ableton. I'm gonna take the tuba solo. I'm gonna send it to this massive reverb that we had before. You have to mix it properly. We want the sum of the element to be more than the individual element, so the individual element has to stay within the mix. You know, nothing's gonna stick out unless I start playing some keys on top or something. But for now, and by the way, guys, I've done quite a few episodes of these, and if you like that type of music, I composed a full album of this orchestral and electronic music merged together. It's called Explorers. Check it out, guys. Mikas, Explorers. Very emotional album. Nice stuff. Sound a lot like this, as a matter of fact. I like this tuba. Fit perfectly at the top there. Let's try to see if we can add a little bit of this one here. I will reuse to put here, but I will not use it yet. It's going to be a bass pad. This I'm going to try to this one. I will try to add a brass section. Very little. Let's see what are the settings. A trumpet. I would say a trombone would be nice. Bass trombone? No, just a trombone. So about the trombone, you have this first intonation. I guess it's mono. So let's try to do just a section. Maybe it's gonna sound interesting. Oof. Not quite what we're looking for here. It is tiny. Could be fun, you know, we could have fun with this, but not what we are looking for. Maybe I do a fall along and I'm gonna get more expression. No, it's too thin. So we're gonna continue in the same direction. Orchestral, big, emotional. So I was talking about the bass pad. I have this bass here. Let's see the keys. I'm exactly where it should be for a nice bass. So let's see if we get. I didn't expect that though. a lot of fun. Let's see if it worked in there. Not quite. Let's go into some pads. Just want a nice low end pad. I'm just looking for something that's got nice low vibe to it, not necessarily any air or anything. I just want that deep vibe to add to this. Sometimes it works, but the tone is not exactly what. Oh, this is good. This is almost stringy. Ooh, creepy. Nice vibe there. Definitely have to cut it here. This is a bit too much mid-lows there. And this, on a good sound system, is just a feeling. What I want is just the rumble. What if we go down a whole octave? It's a bit too low. I'm tempted by adding a second tuba, putting it lower. I felt there was a bit of a gap in the frequencies there that this would fill very well. The mix, I feel the strings are better on the right and the tubas on the left, which is how an orchestra is usually somehow disposed, so there must be a reason for that. So when I put the lower tuba, it made the higher tuba pop a lot more. So now we need some more electronic elements. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do alchemy, and I'm not gonna take the alchemy arps. I'm just gonna take a basic arp that we have here. And I'm gonna take some alchemy sounds on top. I'm gonna go into keys, pick a random key, lower the volume. is a great idea to have that in there. Putting it in a mix-up is a bit of a different matter. I think I'm a bit too high. Good. I think it's a bit too fast. So when that comes in the mix, while we advance, I would play with the strings a little bit and make it more in the back, filter them, pull them back, play with them, because both of those elements together, the strings take the whole room, so I cannot have both, but I think it was better at 16 actually. Work more in the back. And if you have seen or listened to any of my pieces, you know that I like to put some, I would call that stabs, or just to mark the movement, to mark the bars, or once a bar, sometimes twice a bar, depending. It's not going to be this sound. I like to find some, usually a pad that will have fast attack, and then try to put some accent on the evolution of the track, so either when the chord change happen or in between. That's cool. Kind of like this. I'm not sure it's going to be this, but like this. So I would do this, and I would go into this ARP here, automate some high pass filter. I'm going to start actually right now. Might as well continue building the track while we're at it. Touch. Go back into the channel, pick up the automation part. This here, put it onto read, and then start building the track a little, guys. So it's all about the push-pull action. So I'm gonna track stack my, to create a track stack here, I'm gonna track stack my horns, so I will have more facility to automate both of the horns at the same time. So I have my track stack here, and within this track stack I'm going to be able to automate the volume of both. So let's see, we start very mellow. What happened there? So we have the first part. I'm gonna replicate. So Control Command R, everything that is within the locators will replicate. So we're gonna be able to start building something of a track, let's say. So now we can get a bit more. I'm gonna add some more element, definitely, but I want to get into the push-pull motion. So to do good film score, orchestral music, it's about the push-pull. It's about having this texture and this movement that is always giving to the audience. It's not always pushing. It's like always pushing, pulling. It's like waves of emotions that are coming. So we start like this. I would start literally without any brass. So we have the pad up here. This is to me unnecessary if we're starting the song, let's call it. And even this pad here, which is the lower pad, which is a nice texture. So it's better to create the drama. So a lot of automation, guys, in this type of music, at least for me. And again, I don't want everything to come too fast, so even that I think I will keep. Hello? New logic automation, sometime a little bit fiddly. But much better than it was before, though. Again, I want to work with the movement of the elements. We have this very nice hits that are coming. Then we have this harp here that can take all of its time. No maximum drama to start. This pad is coming in. Like this vibe here, so let's see. To do. So was something at least.
Nope, not quite what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go and check out maybe if I find some more inspiring. Ooh. Good. How many different ways you can play the same melody? This is the best one, I think. I think there between 8 and 9, I think we have something that's worth keeping. Here, let's call it 8 to 10. So look at the MIDI, quantize it. And then try to see if it is worthy. This one could be a bit earlier here. That would be later onto the mix, maybe the intro or later into the mix, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna save. This is episode 134, guys. Oh. Man, it is a lot of fun making music with you guys. It's how long? 34 minutes. I definitely have enough elements. So I'll Control A, name region by tracks to remove the confusion so you guys can see. Because like I said, replicate the MIDI track and the MIDI track keep the name, which is not really what they are, because after I change the instrument, it is completely different. I did like this little lead now, actually. Better and better every time. Give myself a bit more juice. Work on the mix a little bit more with you guys now that it's building up. I'm gonna show the secondary ruler here. I think I would expand it another couple bars. Right here I had all those string sections that I created earlier, so I will do another stack for those so I can automate the whole stack at once. So it's a summing track, yes, so I'm going to take the sum of the 3 strings here, here, and here. So let's name it at the same time, guys. So strings. And then the first one here was the left strings. This one here, I think I will make sure they're in order. This is the right strings. And here is my cello. So again, we have the strings here, they are muted. I can put them in just to listen. So there's many ways I could bring them in, volume automation or filter. I think for strings, volume automation works best. Sorry, filter could work, however, it's not the effect that I'm looking for. You can always also change the curve of the volume into the settings. Personally, I like linear. So I have a good control. And then here, cut. So this pad that we had at first is not going to be necessary all the way. Again, rename those strings here. I could use a bit of strings at first, but very little, really in the background. But still some volume automation here. You're gonna hear them a little bit at the end, not much more than this, just to amplify. I think there's something more is needed here. So the harp is there. Tuba is there. Continue to rise. I think here I would cut those hits and change them for something else. Even drop the bass here, drop those pads. So to really amplify, so you have this moment here we're building. Clean the screen a little bit so you guys can see. Then poof, even the piano, to select this arp is a bit too much. I'll go full on with the tuba, introduce the strings here. And since we're changing the arrangements now, I'm going to continue the evolution of those tubas there. They seem to be right where they belong. I have some... The strings are also good. I would cut them, but not fully. And then bring it. This pad is also great. We're gonna bring it in slowly again. So after another dramatic moment, it's gonna come, let's call it another drop, where I'm gonna take the strings away. Bring back these hits, the pad, drop the tuba. The pad shouldn't come in right away. Same thing for the sub pad here, I don't want it right away. Tuba should stay low. So alright guys, I'm gonna put in some more time into this orchestral template for you guys. Gonna upload it on our site, We Make Dance Music. It's gonna be available for only $5. You can put the tutorial along with the template and make your own version of this. If you play chords, if you're a pianist, you're gonna have all the sound effects, gonna have everything in the templates. It's all included. And of course, until next time guys, may the sounds be with you.